After riding for 20 plus years, I've learned that most people generally fall within one of these four categories of a trail rider. And the first one is the newbie. So this is when you're just starting out, whether you've ridden once or twice or a few times, and you're just intimidated to ride because you might fall. Maybe you've already fallen. Maybe you've had a whiskey throttle accident. You flew off the bike or you rode into a tree, which is very intimidating, very scary. I don't want that to happen to you because you might get hurt. You might not ever want to ride again. It can just leave you quite shaken. Or perhaps you're riding a bike that is pretty heavy. Maybe it's almost twice your weight. Because me, I'm under 150 pounds, and pretty much any dirt bike is going to be a lot heavier than I am. And if you're riding alone, and if you don't know how to pick up your bike, you might get stuck. And this can also make it intimidating to ride if you're going out on your own or if you get left behind by faster riders. So stage 2 is the basic trail rider. And this is when you can ride basic trails with turns and bumps, but you tend to tense up and you're more likely to lose control when you come up to a section with narrow trees, it's tight, or the terrain starts to get uneven. Maybe if it's a hill or an off-camber corner, you start to hold the handlebars really tight. You slow way down because you're afraid of hitting a tree or maybe the tires sliding out. So you just start to death grip the handlebars really tight because you're afraid of falling over and getting stuck or getting hurt. So stage number 3 is the locked out trail rider. So maybe you're confident riding basic trails with turns and some trees and maybe even some small hills, but once you come up to a new, unknown, or more challenging section, you tend to get stressed out. Maybe you feel like you need to turn around because you don't have the confidence to ride it. And this new section or challenging section could be deep, soft sand. It could be lots of rocks, rock gardens, or big logs, or really steep hills. And you're just worried that you might fall down and get hurt, or you might need to turn around on the trail because the section or obstacle is just too advanced for your skill level. Maybe you got in over your head. Maybe you didn't even know that you entered a trail that was too challenging. So you just feel locked out of riding new, fun, more challenging trails. And before I move on to the 4th stage, just know that if any of these 3 sound like you, don't worry, there is hope. There's a reason there's 4 stages, is because you don't start out at stage 4. But if you are at stage 1, 2, or 3, these are really good signs that you haven't mastered the basic techniques yet to trail riding with confidence. And if you want to learn what these are without having to ride more so that you quickly build your confidence, I have a free guide. You can get that at motocrosshideout.com/free lessons or see the description below. Now, stage number 4 is the confident trail rider. This is when you're confident in your overall control to be able to ride any trail that you want. You may not be an expert as far as your speed goes, but whenever you see a new or challenging trail, you're not worried about not being able to finish it or crashing and getting hurt because you know you have the skill and experience to be able to do the whole trail without getting exhausted, without your tires sliding out, without whiskey throttling into a tree. And this experience does not come overnight, but there are ways to quickly progress your skills in months rather than years. And that's why I made that free basic techniques guide. So which stage are you in right now? Let me know in the comments below. Stage 1, the newbie. Stage 2, the basic trail rider. Stage 3, the locked out trail rider. Or stage 4, the confident trail rider.